You know, we've all been there. You spend hours, maybe even days, just deep in research. You're pulling together incredible stuff from articles, PDFs, all these different links. You've got all the goods, but now you have to actually show it to people. And that last step, turning all that dense text into a clear, slick presentation, that can be the toughest part of the whole project.
I mean, you know that feeling, right? You're just staring at a folder that's packed with sources, and the deadline for that slide deck or that one-page summary is just looming. You need to get your points across visually, but you have absolutely no time to start designing from scratch. So what if you could just skip that whole painful step?
Well, check this out. Google's NotebookLM just rolled out 2 brand new features that are total game changers. They honestly feel like a magic button for this exact problem. Now you can automatically generate beautiful infographics and even complete slide decks right from your source materials. This is a huge deal. Okay, let's dive right in, starting with the first new power tool, instant infographics. And we're not just talking about a simple summary of text. This is about transforming your research into a real visual story, something that's super easy to share and for people to understand in a single glance. And the process? It's ridiculously simple. You literally just add your source. Could be a PDF, a web link, whatever. You click the infographic button, and boom, you're pretty much there. It's a true one-click transformation, taking you from raw data to a finished design. But what's really cool is the amount of control you have before you even hit generate. You can pick a square format if you know it's going on social media. You can decide if you want a super detailed breakdown or just the quick highlights. And you can even give it custom prompts. You can say, hey, use a blue color theme or focus on the 3 main statistics. This means you're not getting some generic output. You're actually tailoring the visual for whoever you're trying to reach. And here's the crucial part. It's not just fast, it's actually high quality. The source material for this explainer showed an infographic that was a 5.7 megabyte file. Now that's a seriously high-resolution image. It's ready for printing or dropping into a professional-looking report. You get all that speed without having to sacrifice any of the quality. All right, so that's infographics. But let's move on to the next feature, because this is where it gets even more powerful. If a single infographic isn't quite enough, NotebookLM can build an entire presentation for you. We are talking about going from a dense research paper to a totally ready-to-present slide deck in just a matter of minutes. And you guessed it, just like with the infographics, the process is incredibly straightforward. You add your source, you select slide deck, you pick a style, and we'll get to that in just a second, and you click generate. All the heavy lifting of figuring out a narrative structure and creating the visuals, it's just done for you. Now, this is where you get to make your most important strategic choice. Are you making presenter slides that have very little text and are perfect for talking over during a live presentation? Or do you need a detailed deck that's packed with info and can be sent out as a standalone document? NotebookLM can handle both because it understands that how you deliver the information is just as important as the information itself.
So, for example, if you chose those presenter slides based on a blog post about some new AI model, you'd get a super clean, punchy title slide just like this. See? It's designed to grab your audience's attention and set the stage for you, the speaker, to come in and fill in all the details.
And beyond just those main styles, you have even more specific control. You can tell it the length of the presentation, you can tailor it for beginners or for experts, and you can even define the tone. You could literally say, give me a bold and playful style with a focus on step-by-step instructions, and it will do it. So when you put all of this together, you're not just some passive user clicking a button and hoping for the best. Nope. You are the director. You get to guide the AI to create exactly the kind of visual communication you need for your specific audience and your specific purpose. Think of it like you're sitting at a control panel with all these different levers you can pull. You can pull the lever for the format, adjust the one for detail, set the length, and then use custom prompts to dial in the exact style and focus you're looking for. It's all about giving you precision in your communication. So let's zoom out for a second. What does this actually mean for how we work? This isn't just about making some pretty pictures. It's about fundamentally changing the entire workflow from getting an idea to actually communicating it. This really elevates NotebookLM from just being a research tool into a true AI assistant for communication. Its whole job is to handle that tedious, time-consuming translation of information into a visual format.
That frees you up to focus on the much more important work, refining your core ideas and crafting the story you actually want to tell. Ultimately, that barrier between having information and sharing it effectively is just being demolished. The ability to go from a single link to a polished, downloadable presentation in just a few minutes, that isn't just a time saver. It's a massive accelerator for literally anyone who needs to share knowledge and persuade an audience. And all of this leaves us with a really fascinating final thought. As AI gets better and better at automating the how to design a slide, how to structure a summary, how to visualize data, what does that mean for us? Maybe the most important human skill becomes defining the why. Why this message? For who? And for what purpose? Definitely something to think about. Thanks for watching.